Well, I guess you could say we're out here at the back 40 at TLC, and we're looking at a whole row of trees, because what we're going to talk about are ways to use trees and shrubs to screen for privacy, for example. And I think we've made it so private I can't even find Brian Pirtle. So Brian, where are you?
Here I am.
Couldn't even see you. You're making the point beautifully.
I made it. That's right. That's right.
What are we looking at here?
This is a line of Nellie Stevens holly, and it's my absolute favorite screen. I was standing right behind you, about 5 feet behind you, and you couldn't even see me.
And this is great for some houses where you've either got a neighbor that you want to screen from, or lots of different purposes.
That's right. We all love our neighbors, but if you've got that neighbor who goes out and practices Tai Chi in his underwear in the morning, or you've got that neighbor who restores old cars and has several projects out in his yard that you want to screen off, these are just perfect for that. This is Nellie Stevens holly. It's evergreen. It grows in sun. It grows in shade. It grows in wet, soggy conditions. Just very easy to grow, very durable.
Well, and we can not only shade for the scene, but we can also shade for wind.
Yes.
For example, and for traffic noise.
Traffic noise. We're right here by Santa Fe, and you can hear all the cars going by. And if you've got that problem, if you back up to a busy street, the nice holly or some other type of plant that will screen that noise and screen the wind. Screening the wind can also help with your energy bill. If you screen that north wind in the winter, screen that hot south and west wind in the summertime, that can help with your energy bills as well.
Well, and it is very windy today, and we were out on the other side, and you couldn't even hear each other hardly.
Yes, yes.
This has made a big difference. Just
standing behind these hollies has screened off a lot of wind. Your hair was going sideways earlier.
Yeah, it may still. All right, so what is this?
This is a dwarf blue Atlas cedar called Hortzman's blue Atlas cedar. And the reason I added this into the collection is that this is a small tree, so you can put it right up next to a patio or a deck, and you can screen off just one specific area, even a window or something like that you want to screen off, and it never gets big, so it's not going to overcome the area. It's only going to get about 10 feet tall ultimately.
Oh, it's nice because it's soft. The needles are soft
Very
too.
soft and dense and relatively easy to grow.
So would you put that, I'm sorry, full sun, part sun?
Full sun or part sun. The key is good drainage. You want to make sure that the water's draining off of it well, and make sure it gets plenty of water in the summertime.
And this gorgeous next to
Yes,
it.
this is a blue Deodora cedar. This is Electra blue. And Deodora cedar comes in a lot of different colors, golden, blue, green. But I like it because it's, again, very dense, relatively easy to grow. And I like that texture and the blue-green color as well.
And it just has a very relaxing feel when you look at it.
Yes, it kind of blows in the wind and very soft. And this is Bosnian pine. When it comes to conifers, this is my favorite conifer hands down because of its durability. Pines have been having so many problems here in Oklahoma, and this pine is easy to grow and durable. It's not going to give you any of those problems.
We have had a lot of problems with pines. It's nice to find something that's pretty foolproof.
That's a good one, and it's also slow growing and small, so you can put it in a small spot, small situation.
But on the flip side, buy as big as you can afford because it is slower growing.
Exactly. You want to buy your screen immediately because it's only going to grow a few inches a year. That's a very good point. This is magnolia, and somewhat similar with this. You want to buy a nice big one to get your screen because it's going to grow so slow. But this is a southern magnolia. It's a dwarf southern magnolia. And so you've got the nice big leaves that give you your evergreen screen, but you've also got these big flowers that are fragrant. They're going to open up to a large, fragrant white flower, and that's another reason I really like the magnolia for a screen.
Already about 10, 12 feet tall. That's a beautiful specimen.
Right, that's right. And then this is just a holly that's been trimmed up like a tree, and you can do a lot of different things with them. You can then, with this holly, you can underplant it with some other plants, but that's a nice tree form of a holly.
So if someone had a huge holly that really is overgrown and unwieldy, they could do this and kind of train it that way?
Yes, it's quite easy to bring up those bottom limbs and to make it into a tree, and it gives you more room underneath to plant. You know, gardeners always like to have a little bit more space to plant something else.
No.
And then over here is Canardi juniper. This is a native juniper, like our native cedars that grow out in the pasture. And that's why I put it in there. It's durable. It will grow anywhere, easy to grow, and just a breeze. I like the little berries on it. And that one's somewhat narrow, but as it gets bigger, that base is going to be about 6 or 8 feet wide. So it's going to give you a nice, full, dense screen. And then next to it's Arizona cypress. This is another one of my favorites because of its durability. Takes the heat, takes the drought, very easy to grow. And this looks a little spindly when it's young, but when it gets big, it's a very dense, full screen. It comes in a yellow version as well. It comes in this blue version, and it comes in a golden variety as well.
Well, so now we're going to jump from talking about trees to shrubs, because there might be a time that you want to shade yourself from something that's smaller, like a utility area, but you have to be careful, you know, make sure you call before you dig.
A lot of people come in and they want to screen their gas meter or their electric box or something out in the yard. It's so funny when you have a gas meter in your yard, no matter what you're looking at out in your yard, you keep looking at that gas meter if it's not screened. And so these are plants that you might put in front of that gas meter so it just doesn't bother you aesthetically anymore. This is a juniper. This is mint julep, and fast and durable and easy, and just a breeze to grow. And then back of it is good old-fashioned Nandina, nothing fancy, but just durable and easy. You can put it out in the yard. You don't have to worry about messing with it very often. And then we've got boxwood back here, another good old-fashioned plant.
Yeah, and a combination of those looks nice too.
Very nice textural contrast. And then in front of that is Burford holly. And that's, again, bulletproof. You can grow it in sun, you can grow it in shade. There's really not a whole lot of muss or fuss to it. Next to it is osmanthus, which is a variegated false holly. Again, this is another one, full sun, full shade, and I think that's a nice thing to have versatility in your plants.
Yeah, I like the versatility of the leaf color too. That's
really nice leaf color. It almost looks marbled.
It does.
Then we have privet back here, which is a good old-fashioned standard, been around forever. We've got red tip photinia, again, just a basic standard.
Well, and those two, they will get really big.
They will. You can use them as a screen for your neighbor or as a screen for an electric box or something like that.
And the birds like it too.
The birds love it. We've got glossy-abelia, which has white flowers, beautiful. And then we've also got the Elaeagnus or the silverberry.
Lots of great options, Brian. Thank you so much.